Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the What a Juice channel, and we recently just reacted to the official College Football 25 trailer, which the game comes out July 19th worldwide, but the early access 3 days before is July 16th when people can actually get their hands on the game. So, we reacted to that trailer. It was really, really interesting. I recommend you go back and watch that video. It's recently up on the channel. So, today we are going to be going over the blog posts, the notes, the in-depth deep dive into some of these modes, and I think we're actually going to be getting more in-depth notes as the days and the weeks go on until we lead up to the release on July 16th for 3-day early access. So today we're going to be going over a few tabs from the official website of EA Sports College Football 25, and we're just going to be talking about some of the different modes, because in that trailer I talked about how I wanted to see some Dynasty content. That's not what that trailer was about. It was more about just the reveal of the game and the atmosphere and the stadiums and the walkouts and all that kind of stuff. So this, what we're going to be talking about today, is more of what I was looking for. So just not in video. It's text form, not video form, obviously. So without further ado, it is time to talk more College Football 25. If you go on to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's get started. So here we are. It is time to talk about college football. We are on the official EA Sports College Football 25 page. I have about 5 tabs that I want to take you guys through and talk about quickly here. Obviously, you can go and pre-order it on PlayStation or Xbox if you want to, if you haven't already. So welcome to College Football 25. This is always the best part because you get to learn a little bit more about what the game entails, the different modes and all that stuff. Here is the trailer if you have not already seen it, but I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you've already seen the trailer. How could you not? It was worldwide. I'm assuming you've already seen it. So they've got these different modes that I'm very excited to see. Campus IQ is the first of them. I have no idea what this even means, but we're going to talk about it. Immerse yourself in authentic, fast-paced college football gameplay with Campus IQ, a suite of features built to deliver wide-open, fast-paced, and uniquely college football gameplay. That's a nice little touch, because obviously college football gameplay is a lot different than NFL gameplay, so it's going to be interesting to see how they handle the different tempos, the different offensive strategies, all that kind of stuff. Test your strategic advantage. Not even the right sentence. I can't read if you didn't know. Test your strategic decision-making with an all-new composure system. Okay, so is that going to be like Field Sense? Is that going to be like Madden's Field Sense? I don't know. Player wear and tear, screen shaking home field advantages, and dozens of diverse play styles across 134 FBS teams. Ooh. So screen shaking they obviously have in Madden, but they also have that in the old NCAA games. NCAA 14 was famous for having the shaky, squiggly routes and all that kind of stuff when you're in a hostile situation. So they're going to bring that back. That's obvious. Wear and tear is interesting. So is that going to mean like the more... I guess we'll find out. Let me stop speculating and get actually into it. So wide open, fast-paced gameplay, powered by a wide range of player ratings that fluctuate throughout a game. Interesting. They fluctuate throughout, so they're not just static the entire time. So if I have like 99 speed on a player, he can go down to like 94 speed if he gets tired. Is that what that means? Team tiers and a new in-game passing mechanics. I like that because I'm not a big fan of the passing mechanics in Madden. So I'm hoping that this is a little bit more friendly towards me. EA Sports College Football 25 delivers strategic, fast-paced gameplay reflecting the true depth of college football. Well, this all sounds pretty nice. I can't wait to get my hands on it and actually experience it for myself. But right, I'm very interested about this fluctuating throughout a game, the player ratings. I don't know what that means. Wear and tear, this is what I was very curious about. With the new wear and tear system, as the hits add up, players wear down. Manage your player's health, limit fatigue, assess risk of injury, and avoid on-field mistakes by using your strategic substitutions to ensure your players are at their best when it counts the most. With it counts the most? It's supposed to be when, I would assume. That is really interesting because obviously Madden has the like fatigue system that gets horribly broken and glitched every single year. It never works. So I'm hoping that this is slightly based on that, but improved tremendously. That's the goal, obviously. So as your player takes a bunch of hits, I'm assuming he's going to get more tired, more risk. His injury risk goes up, obviously. That'll be very interesting to see how you manage that. It adds a little bit more focus and obviously strategy to a single game rather than just going through the motions. Pre-snap recognition makes the decision behind every snap matter more. Do you trust in your high-skill seniors or take a risk with your untested freshmen? Read the game, then read your players to make the right decision when it matters most. So this is probably similar to the atmosphere thing with the shaky routes, the squiggly routes. You're going to have to read the defense, see what they're kind of running, and then adjust accordingly, which most people do already, except for me, obviously. And then home field advantage. Game-altering home field advantages rattle your rivals in college football's toughest places to play. Test your squad's road game composure and confidence levels as you play through distractions like shaky screen, missing pre-play icons, and moving player art. So it looks like they are going to bring back the squiggly routes. They're going to bring back the shaky screen from Madden, and like you're on a pirate ship or something. And then missing pre-play icons all this is very similar to what the momentum factor has in Madden. So it's going to be pretty similar to what NCAA 14 has, I'm assuming, hopefully improved upon, obviously, but it's probably feeling a little bit towards what Madden does. And then this is what I was talking about in the reveal trailer, the iconic atmospheres. From the big house to the swamp. Excuse me? From the big house? From the shoe to the swamp. From Tuscaloosa to College Station, experience the decibel-shaking soundscape of college football, putting you inside the stadium alongside all the iconic rituals and traditions that make you feel right at home. So we know that they're going to do the walkouts, they're going to do all that kind of stuff, and they're going to have louder stadiums, from what it sounds like, so that's good. We'll see how it actually translates to on-the-field actual gameplay, but that sounds pretty good right now. Pageantry and traditions. Revel in storied traditions, sights and sounds that electrify college football stadiums every Saturday with unique team runouts. We saw that in the trailer. Rivalry rituals, synchronized crowd chants, loudness meters, as well as real game day audio. So they just like went to college football games and took the crowd noise. Fight songs, and of course mascots. Obviously the mascots were going to be a big part of it. It'll feel like home everywhere you look. I'm curious to see how this plays in actual gameplay, because on the paper it sounds like it could be pretty fun, it could be pretty challenging, but that's on paper. We'll see how it actually turns out. Commentary and broadcast. This is what I was really interested in. Listen to the iconic voices of Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit. I know the name. They've been in college football games before, as they call the marquee matchup. So your big-time bowl games, your big-time night games, your big-time playoff games, those are what Fowler and Herbstreit are going to be calling, while Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock take the mic for all your other games. So if you're just playing a normal Big Ten football game, Iowa versus Minnesota, then you're going to get Reese Davis and Jesse Palmer and David Pollock. But if you're playing Alabama, Auburn, or Ohio State, Michigan, or Florida State, whoever, name your rivalry, name your Big Ten game, name your big time game, not Big Ten game, or a college national championship, whatever the big moment is, it's going to be Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit. The only thing that I wish they would have did is have Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt. If we would have gotten ourselves Gus Johnson audio in this game, I would have had that audio mic'd to the max for my videos, because Gus Johnson brings the heat. Oh, man, if he would have did his iconic barbecue in the kitchen and you didn't invite me, oh, my God, that would have been classic. I wish they would have done that, but it's not to be. Maybe not this year, at least. So here's some screenshots. We'll go through some of these a little bit later. The trophy looks pretty good, actually, the National Championship Trophy. The Heisman Trophy looks good, too. I will say that. There's the Golden Domers. Travis Hunter making a nice interception. Ooh, I like this. I like that a lot. All right, so here we go. This is the big news. The game modes. This is what we're all here for. Set a new standard for college football greatness in classic modes like Dynasty and Road to Glory. Exactly what I wanted. Recruit a winning roster, develop a coaching staff, and lead your program to the Natty as a created coach or balance student athlete life and take home the Heisman as a player. So does this basically confirm that there's not going to be real life coaches in here? You either have to have an auto-generated coach or a created coach of your own? I'm assuming that's what that means. I guess we'll find out. And you guys are familiar, at least you should be familiar, with my Juice Road to Glory that I did last year or something, which was pretty fun. I did that. You go back and watch it if you haven't. It's a playlist on the channel. It's a pretty fun little series that I did on NCAA 14 and then took it to Madden. So it was pretty fun. I've toyed with the idea of bringing it back for the new game. I haven't fully decided if I want to do that or not because it's a lot of work to get the real life interview clips and all that stuff, to do all that, and then it takes a lot more work than you would think, and I haven't fully decided if I'm committed to doing that or not. So right now I haven't decided, but it's possible. I probably will do a Road to Glory just to test out the mode, but I'm not going to do like the huge Juice Road to Glory like I did before, at least not right now. But let's get into the nitty gritty here. We got Dynasty. Create a coach, take control, upgrade their abilities, and build a powerhouse college football program. I hope that the ability upgrades and stuff is kind of similar to how NCAA 14 did it, just a little bit better, more in depth, more just better, I guess. So I hope it's not like Madden, because Madden's got a bare bones with their upgrades for staff. Establish your coaching staff, then work to recruit the best talent either straight from high school or direct from the transfer portal. Yes, sir. We are getting the transfer portal. We knew that because it's obviously in the game, and I think they confirmed it a couple months back that the transfer portal was going to be in the game. I am really, really interested to see how the transfer portal is integrated into this game, into Dynasty, because in real life, the transfer portal is basically the Wild West. Players can do whatever they want whenever they want nowadays. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the game manages it, how it determines a player wanting to go into the transfer portal, how it determines who goes in, when they go in, do they leave immediately, do they have the option of just testing it out and then coming back? I'm very curious to see how the transfer portal works. Is it going to be broken? I don't know. There's a lot riding on this transfer portal because it's such a big factor of modern day college football. Take your team to the next level in Online Dynasty. We kind of figured the Online Dynasty was going to be in the game. That's pretty obvious. Where up to 32 players can compete against each other on and off the field. So it looks like Online Dynasty is going to be pretty poppin'. If Dynasty mode in general is pretty good. Road to Glory. Live the life of a student athlete with your created player and take home the Heisman as you build an unforgettable college football legacy. Manage your weekly schedule, GPA, and your image. So I wonder if there's going to be, like back in the older NCAA games when you did Road to Glory, you'd have to go to take tests in your classes or do GPA stuff and do different off the field things to boost yourself in the public's eye and all that kind of stuff. There was those little things, and you could even get a haircut and stuff. There was all these different things in the older NCAA games that you could do in your dorm room, from your dorm room, that I wonder if you're going to be able to do in this. It's going to be very interesting to see. Earn coach trust to get more playing time. It looks like coach trust is going to be back, which I do like. I liked how they implemented that in NCAA 14. Coach trust was a nice thing. You started out as a third string guy, and then you would go to practice. You would try to beat the next guy in the depth chart, and then you'd have a position battle. If you beat him, you would go up. You'd earn the trust, and as you go forward, you'd unlock different things. You'd unlock the ability to pre-play, call hot routes and stuff, and change the play. And then at the very end, you'd be able to you'd be able to do it all. You'd be the top field general, hometown hero, I think is what the final one was called. So you'd be able to do everything at the very top. So I'm guessing that's going to be that, but improved a little bit more, or updated, I guess. Or you can use the transfer portal to get the time and the glory you deserve. So they're bringing transfer portal to Road to Glory. That's going to be very interesting because I'm going to wonder, can I transfer multiple times in a season? Is it going to be limited? Am I only going to be able to transfer once? Am I going to have can I transfer wherever I want to go, or do the teams actually have to be interested in me? I'm very interested to see that. That's going to be very, very cool. The transfer portal in general is my most intriguing thing, my most curious thing about this new mode, about Dynasty, because it's the biggest thing. Obviously, college football Ultimate Team is in the game. That's pretty standard. I'm not going to dive too much into it. I will put out a video just kind of testing out, opening up for the first time and seeing what it's all about. But I'm not going to don't expect any Ultimate Team videos from me, as you probably don't expect any Ultimate Team videos from me for Madden. So it's the same for college football. I'm not going to play Ultimate Team. I don't want to spend real money on fake cards that I'm going to get beat online all the time. So I'm not good enough in the first place. So I'm not even going to bother. I'm not going to talk about it either, because why? I don't really care. If you care, you can go read this article. Road to the College Football Playoff. What is this? Experience a new way to play competitively across consoles. Okay, in the Road to the College Football Playoff, will you represent your university or take a power school to climb the polls? Earn rank by upsetting the toughest opponents and securing the votes you need to progress and level up divisions. Stack wins to earn your chance to making the playoffs and take home the national championship. This feels very March to October, if I'm being frank. It feels very March to October, where you take a team, a shortened schedule. Obviously, baseball schedule is a lot longer, so it's a very shortened, condensed season. And you win a bunch of games, and then you March to October, you win the World Series. It seems like this is similar to that, at least on what I'm reading here seems very similar to that. But it looks like you have different ranks you can go up. So, like, I'm guessing you start with, like, a lower-end team, you build up, you win a bunch of games there, you build up to the next rank, then the teams get a little bit tougher, on and on, until you get to, like, the top Power 5 schools like Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, those kind of teams. I'm guessing that's how it goes. I guess we'll have to do a video on that, too. I didn't even know that was going to be a thing, so we'll have to see about that. And then the big thing, Team Builder is back, ladies and gentlemen. Team Builder is back. Create your own college football program with customization tools on the Team Builder website. So it looks like it's going to be the same kind of deal as NCAA 14. There was a Team Builder website on that for that game. It's obviously shut down by now. But it looks like it's going to be a web-based Team Builder again. Design uniforms, helmets, fields. So I talked about that in the reveal trailer with Boise State. And upload your own logo. You can then upload your program to use it in Play Now and Dynasty. Check out the Download Center, to browse teams created by the entire community. You can learn more about the Team Builder later this summer. That is big. That is very, very big. So there's going to be a community download screen. I don't know if that's going to be for just Team Builder or if we can download rosters, potentially. Probably not, since it's only in the Team Builder section where they mentioned this community center. I hope that it's in roster mode. Like, if I want to download somebody's created roster that has, like, legendary players on it, I should be able to do that. I guess we'll find out. Probably not, though. Team Builder content can be used in offline Play Now and private Dynasty modes. So that must mean, like, offline Dynasty modes, not online Dynasty modes, I'm assuming. It's just a weird way to write it. Internet connection and EA account is required, obviously, so you can go on the website and do that and have you connect your account. Applicable, that's a hard word, platform account may be required, age restrictions may apply, yada, yada, yada. Make sure to check out everything you know, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so that's all the good stuff. That's all the good stuff. I'm very excited about this Team Builder thing. I'm probably going to make a team and do a Dynasty with them. Very interested in this Road to College Football Playoff. I'm curious to see what that's even all about. Obviously, Road to Glory Dynasty. And the most important thing is that transfer portal. How is that going to be integrated into the game? Is it going to work? Is it going to be broken? I'm very curious. So that's the first tab I wanted to talk about. This one is a more in-depth mode. We're not going to spend as much time in these ones. This is just going a little bit more in-depth and seeing the Dynasty stuff. It says basically the same stuff as we just went over. So we've got the Road to the College Football Playoff, which very interested to see what that is. Ultimate Team, obviously, which just looks like the University of Texas, or maybe whose logo would this be? Oh, it looks like a combination of like Utah and Texas A&M or something. So you got Dynasty mode, which I'm going to be all about. Road to Glory, I'm also going to be very interested in, and then this little jabroni of a Road to Glory college football. Very, very intrigued about that. So obviously we can't like click on these or anything to go in more in depth. I just wanted to show you separately. Then we got this one, the iconic atmospheres. The pageantry and traditions, we talked about that. Very excited about the atmosphere. Like I said in the reveal trailer, the atmosphere is what it's all about in college football. So very curious to see that. The commentary and broadcast, I do like the fact that they have the big-time guys, Fowler and Herbstreit, for the big-time matchups the big primetime games, and then they have the secondary crew of Palmer, Pollock, and Davis for the just your normal everyday game. I wish, like I said, I wish they would have had Gus Johnson, or I wish they would have had some other broadcast partners to do some of the games, but maybe that gets a little too out of control if you get too many people involved. But I do like the fact that they're giving us a little bit of variety instead of just the same 2 or 3 guys every single time. So that's nice to see. Then you got the Campus IQ, which is mainly what we're going to be seeing with this kind of like Field Sense kind of thing, I'm assuming. It's their version of it. So we got the strategic stuff. I don't like seeing this. The wear and tear system, I'm very interested to see how that works. Pre-snap recognition, home field advantage is going to be like I'm assuming going to be based on the Madden home field momentum stuff. I don't know if there's going to be a true momentum bar, but I'm assuming it's going to be very similar. And then we've got the media stuff with the screenshots. We can take a quick look at some of these screenshots. You got Travis Hunter right here intercepting a pass. Then you've got Oklahoma. This looks pretty good. I mean, the graphics, they killed it on this trailer with the graphics. The graphics look really, really good. I like this. This looks pretty decent. I don't like this. I like this. This is nice little LSU Tiger. Look at the helmet, the shininess of the helmet bouncing the light off. That looks pretty decent. Obviously, you got the USC, UCLA color bash. Love to see that. Clemson quarterback pointing out some calls to the offensive line and stuff for the Georgia defense. And then you got, I'm telling you, that championship trophy looks a lot nicer than the crystal ball. Although I am a sucker for the crystal ball. I do like the crystal ball back in the day for the BCS championship, but I do like the female anatomy that is what the college football championship trophy represents. It does look similar to that, but the trophy looks good. It looks shiny. It looks good. It looks real nice. Obviously, the Heisman Trophy looks really, really good too. I wonder if there's going to be a celebration, or not really a celebration, but like a cutscene to where your player like actually holds it up. I don't need the whole pageantry of going to New York and having a Heisman ceremony with like all 4 or 5, however many they're going to be, Heisman finalists. I don't need all that. That seems a little bit excessive. That'd be nice if they had it. I wouldn't hate it. But I feel like if we just get like our player holding the trophy in front of the Heisman background, I feel like that'd be really, really cool. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing. I'm just kind of spitballing here. And then obviously this is probably from the road to the college football playoff thing. That looks pretty good. Those are all the tabs that I wanted to talk about today. We know a lot of good stuff. Very interested to see how this game turns out. I am super excited about it. Now, you guys know I'm not shy about it. I am a very bitter man when it comes to, well, just life in general, but when it comes to my sports games, I'm a very bitter person. I have been vocal about how I've hated Madden for the past 6 years, maybe even longer. I've had rants about it, I've had videos about it, I've had all kinds of different content about it. You can go on the channel in a deep dive and find out my true thoughts on how I feel about Madden. So I have been very vocal, very public, very out in the open about how much Madden has disappointed me and how bad of a franchise it's been and how poorly made the games are. Even just recently as this past couple months, I've talked about that. So EA as a company has not been my favorite company. They've been very disappointing, to say the very least. So I know that this is a separate arm, a separate wing of the EA Sports team, development team. It's a whole different group. It's a same system, it's the same engine, but it's a different team. They're taking, I'm assuming, like the kind of like the base skeleton of Madden, so they didn't have to build from the ground up, and they're gonna hopefully improve upon it. So I've said this before. I said this in the teaser trailer a couple months back. I said that this college football game is the most hyped sports video game I have ever been a part of. I have ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen I've seen regular video games be hyped to the moon, but I've never seen a sports video game this hyped in my entire life. So they better hit on 90% of the stuff that they have in this game so that people actually enjoy it. If the gameplay sucks, if the Dynasty mode's lackluster, people are going to be outraged. They waited over a decade, 11 years, I think, in fact, to get this game back. And if it doesn't live up to people's expectations, which I know people's expectations can be a little crazy, even mine sometimes, But if it doesn't at least live up to some of the hype, then this company as a whole is going to be in big trouble. Big trouble. Madden, I don't have any hopes for. We'll see what Madden 25 brings. I'm gonna be excited for it, obviously, because it's a new Madden game and get to play with the rookies, get to do all that kind of stuff. Obviously, I get excited for Madden every year, but then slowly it starts to kill me inside as we get through the Madden cycle. So I don't have any really hopes for that game being good until they show me otherwise. But this game, it's a fresh start. I have expectations, but I'm hoping that they at least live up to some of that. They at least bring out some good quality stuff. As long as the Dynasty mode is good and the gameplay is really not broken, this game should go off pretty well. So I'm very excited about this game. I know you guys are too. I cannot wait to get my hands on it July 16th. I will have 3-day early access. I will probably even be staying up the same night to get some content out that morning, that early morning, like midnight early, so that we can get some content out super early the next day, because I'm probably going to be doing at least a double upload for the first few couple days, because I'm going to have my normal content at 3, but I'm probably going to be putting out some college football content early in the day, so be ready for that. Very excited about it. Hope you guys are too. I know you guys are. If you enjoyed this video and you're curious about, you want to read some more in-depth stuff on your own, just go to the EA Sports website and you'll be able to find it, obviously, with some more details you can read on your own. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.